Welcome back to another episode of Just Putting Around. I'm your host, Race, and today we're talking about WWE Tough Enough. Basically, WWE's mix of reality TV, pro wrestling boot camp, and a little bit of Survivor in spandex. It was part talent show, part soap opera, part let's see who survives Bob Holly's chops to the chest. So let's break it down. Contestants, sometimes indie wrestlers, sometimes total rookies who thought wrestling school was like dodgeball, lived together, trained with WWE legends, and competed for a WWE contract. Think reality show drama mixed with actual wrestling drills. The trainers, guys like Al Snow, Taz, and the terrifying drill sergeant himself, Hardcore Holly. If you couldn't hack it, you got cut, and probably bruised. The show kicked off in 2001, right in the middle of the Attitude Era. Al Snow was the main trainer. Maven and Lydia were crowned the first winners, and Maven will forever be remembered as the guy who drop-kicked The Undertaker out of the Royal Rumble. One shining moment. So in Season 1, we had Maven Huffman and Lydia Gennard win. Maven had that Rumble moment, won the hardcore title a few times, but by 2005 he was out. These days he's more active in social media and in nostalgia appearances. Lydia, she was paired with Jamie Noble in a fun, trashy couple gimmick, then released in 2004 and faded away. In Season 2, we had Jackie Gator and Linda Miles as the winners. Jackie is mostly remembered for that infamous botched Raw match with Trish Stratus. Yep, that one. But she hung around, married Charlie Haas, and even wrestled in TNA. Linda Miles became Shaniqua, manager of the Basham Brothers. Blink and you missed her. In Season 3 was in 2003, where we had John Hennigan, who would later be known as Johnny Nitro, John Morrison, and Johnny, whichever promotion he was in at the time, and Matt Capitelli. With John Morrison, he was by far the most successful winner. Multiple tag titles, IC titles, ECW champ, and big runs in TNA, AAA, and Lucha Underground. And Matt Capitelli had a tragic story. His career was cut short by brain cancer, and he sadly passed away in 2018 at just 38. In Season 4, in 2004, it was a SmackDown $1 Million Tough Enough, where the winner was Daniel Puder, who famously almost snapped Kurt Angle's arm in a shoot fight live on TV. WWE didn't like the bad press, so his career there never took off. He did some MMA, but that was it. Then there was a bit of a hiatus before Season 5 came around in 2011. And this one was hosted by Stone Cold Steve Austin. The winner of this show was Andy Levine, who was nicknamed Silent Rage, which turned out to be a little too accurate. He won the season, got a developmental deal, but he never made it to TV. Then he wrestled on the independent circuit and mainly in Puerto Rico before retiring. Then there was another hiatus before Season 6 was on the air, and this time it was hosted by Chris Jericho. This time, Josh Bredel and Sarah Lee won. Josh, aka the Yeti, lasted about as long as his nickname. He got heat for mocking other wrestlers on Twitter and released in 2017. Sarah Lee's story is heartbreaking. She passed away in 2022 at just 30 years old. She left behind her husband, Wesley Blake, and their 3 kids. Then there's the Tough Enough curse. Here's where things get wild. Most of the winners flamed out, but the losers, they thrived. First, we've got The Miz. He didn't win, but became one of the most decorated stars ever. And he's a future Hall of Famer. Then there's Ryback, who also didn't win, but he became a top guy for a stretch. Then you got Mandy Rose, who had a long run as NXT Women's Champion. Then you got Sonya Deville, who was active on WWE TV up until recently. Then there's Chelsea Green, Eva Lees, and Velveteen Dream, who came through in later seasons, and of which Chelsea Green is still the only active competitor of that trio. It's kind of backwards. Win the show and disappear. Lose the show and become a star. At the end of the day, Tough Enough was WWE's strange little reality experiment. Half training ground, half drama fest, all unpredictable. It gave us some memorable characters, some tragic stories, and the occasional, oh wow, that's where they came from? So if you ask me, the real lesson of Tough Enough is simple. In wrestling and in life, sometimes being the loser sets you up to win big later. And that's the story for WWE Tough Enough, the reality show where the winners lost and losers won. And until next time, I'll catch you around.